Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading. This is going to be your bonus reading for November, and we are just going to see what comes up. We're going to do just like a regular Celtic cross here, Cancer, and that's it. I don't know. I was going to say something else, but I don't know what I was going to say. So anyway, you have this Fool card. It is your current general energy, just kind of like how you're entering into the Celtic cross, your present position. And so I feel that you are maybe looking to take a leap of faith. I feel it's pretty clear. This is a very good reading already here, Cancer, but I feel like you're looking to take a leap of faith towards some sort of dream with the star. Crazy enough, Pisces had the tower in exactly the same position, which is insane. So definitely something we're going to talk about. And, kind of like what I felt for Pisces is that, this could be a surprise. But I felt like this would be more Pisces kind of surprising people by taking a leap in a new direction. So the tower might not be a bad thing. I don't know. We're going to clarify. We're going to get to it. We're going to see. You do have the star in this reading as well, which is in the same diagonal here. So when that happens, I don't worry so much. And also, if we look at your future and your outcome, looks very positive. So, I would say that, again, I think people give the tower a bad rap. I think the tower is very necessary. I personally embrace tower moments. I love tower moments because, that's how we grow in life, plain and simple. But with the Fool, I feel like you're ready to have a new beginning. It's like you're ready to step into the unknown is kind of like what I'm hearing here. And that could be part of the tower. It's like you could be doing something, I know exactly what this is. I feel like some of you are doing something that's like a little bit scary, but it's like you're stepping outside of comfort zone. Like maybe you've been living with your parents and you're going to go move out. I'm not saying that's what it is, but that's like the feeling I get. Like the first time that you moved out from your home, right? That kind of like that not being sure if you're going to make it type of thing. Not knowing how long you're going to be eating peanut butter and jelly, right? So I kind of get that feeling here where it's like you're stepping off into this journey that's going to take you in new directions. And it's like, I feel like you're not sure about like what's going to happen or something. I don't know. We're looking into it. With the Four of Wands as your crossing energy, again, the Four of Wands, the crossing energy can be what hurts you or helps you. I kind of feel, I get a mixture of both here. I kind of feel, I don't know if you've ever seen one of those, diving board videos where it's like someone's on a diving board and they hesitate and they fall and they like hit the diving board. That's kind of how I would describe the Fool plus the Four of Wands crossing. It kind of says like you need to 1,000% commit to something. You can't just like get to the edge and then hesitate. That's how you're going to get hurt, right? So I kind of feel this is saying, piss or get off the pot, right? I feel it's saying you either need to do something or not do something. There is no kind of like half-assing something here. You got a whole ass one thing, right? And so I kind of feel that with the Four of Wands as your crossing energy. I do also feel this could be love. So, for some of you, I feel like on the positive side of things, although I don't think it's negative to commit 1,000% to something that you're about to jump into, right? But what on the positive side, I think that some of you could be love that you are committing to, which is great, could lead to marriage in the future. And again, I want to stress that the thing that you're committing to with that Fool, I feel, is something that involves work. The Fool is going towards the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is the energy that you're moving past. We're going to talk more about it, but it's almost like maybe you are thinking of doing something again or trying something again or trying to do something again. Like maybe you tried to have a business in the past and you're trying again, or maybe you tried to like improve your health or whatever, whatever the story is. And, I kind of feel this energy of something is giving you hope. Obviously, you have the star showing up in the area of your mind. So like literally what you are thinking about is giving you hope, or you are getting hope for the things that you're thinking about, or, something like that. So I feel like you're feeling very hopeful for the future. And, again, I feel you need to take a leap of faith, or you need to kind of like jump into this. She's kind of just dipping her toes in the water. And this is the pool of universal consciousness. So I kind of feel you just need to, take that leap. You need to just cannonball into the deep end, right? You have this Ace of Wands as your foundation, which again is amazing because the star is kind of a card of inspiration. The star I look at as inspirational because it's like the star. It's like having a North Star, having something that you work towards, or something that kind of like motivates you to action. The Ace of Wands is the spark of inspiration. It's like the spark of life. Ace of Wands, is like the root going down into the soil. So it kind of, really represents out with the old, in with the new. So it kind of says that you're embracing a new beginning, or you're embracing something new, or you're starting something new in your life. And I kind of feel that here, where there's like a new spark in your life. For some of you, definitely could be love, because you go Two of Swords to the Page of Cups. I feel like the Two of Swords is the question, like, how do I do this? Two of Swords could be saying that you're interested in a person, but there are blockages, which seems to be the case for like everybody right now for whatever reason. It seems like either everybody's dealing with someone from a distance, or everybody's like interested in their boss or something, where it's like maybe there's some sort of blockage, but really this would tell me that you're going to work through it, or that you're going to get around whatever the challenge is. In the area of the past, this is the energy that you're moving past, you have the Ten of Wands here. The Ten of Wands is about carrying a heavy burden, but really it's a pretty good card in the past, because it says you're putting down heavy burdens and you're moving towards this home in the background here. So I feel like you're about to have a harvest. Personally, I like the Ten of Wands, because those wands are his harvest. He planted those wands. He wanted to grow those wands. So I feel for a lot of you that this is something that you planted and that you have wanted to grow. And finally, after a long period of time, you're seeing growth. Excuse me. In the area of the very near future, you have the Two of Swords. Two of Swords being stuck in a stalemate, but we don't have to be stuck in a stalemate with the Two of Swords. We can choose a third option that's right here. So sometimes I feel with the Two of Swords that we're stuck in this or that thinking, and the solution is actually very simple with the Two of Swords. It's my card of third place solutions, and I always say that I believe we're in a time of third place solutions, where again, we shouldn't be thinking this or that. If there are two dominant solutions that exist in the world to a problem, we should be trying to come up with a better solution or something different, because again, I think what people need to realize is we're seeing a lot of this or that thinking in the world, right? Like this side, that side type of thing. And I'm not making a political statement or anything like that, but what I am saying is it's like, what if there's like a third place that's even better? Or it's like, what if both sides can't come together because both sides suck? And there's a third option. There's something better, right? The problem is, in the challenges right now, that we are the ones that have to create this new world. We are the ones that have to make this happen. That's what I encourage everyone to do. Shine your light into the world right here. Star. It's not going to be easy. I never said it would be easy, but the people that do it, are going to be people that are going to end up very successful in the future. But it's not even about that. We're moving into Pluto and Aquarius. The star card is Aquarius. I believe we're in a time where we need to be an inspiration to other people. So if you do that, you will be rewarded energetically. Could be abundance, could be with love, could be with whatever you want. So, I would encourage you, and always will be, I encourage everyone right now to focus on third place solutions. Again, do I know what these solutions are? Hell no. You have, again, it's for you and me to come up with solutions. We have to just focus on what's important to us and say, how can I find a better way to do this, right? Whatever it is. In the area of the very near future, the next few months, you have the Tower. Again, Pisces had it in the same position. This, you're the first two readings I've done so far. And so this could tell me, that there's going to be a global tower moment over the next few months. We've already seen plenty. We're going to see more. It's just the time that we're in. The other thing is that this could be moving. The other thing I will tell you is that you have the Star. And whenever we have a reading with the Tower and the Star, it kind of makes the Tower less bad, because the Star comes up after the Tower, and it kind of says you're healing from a Tower. It's also coming up in this diagonal, what would be the first diagonal technically here. And so, I feel like if your solution to the Tower is going to be the Two of Swords. So if you've had any Tower moments in your life, that could be what's going on here. Next, in the area of your closest relationships, you have the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords, again, is only seeing one way of doing things when there are many ways to do things, right? And so I feel for a lot of you that this could just say that you need to open up to other ways of doing things, like we already talked about. But showing up in the area of your closest relationships, this kind of says you need to open up to your close relationships, or it's time to open up to close relationships. And so this doesn't have to be love, although we do see love here at the end. This could be anything in your life. It could be, anything you're passionate about or excited about. And so I feel like you need to open up and, start socializing, or this is kind of like saying, if you've been withdrawn, maybe it would be a good time to socialize more this month or get out there. In the area of your future feelings, you have the Page of Cups, which again, the same thing happened to Pisces. They had the Tower in the same position. They had much better cards at the end, which tells me, again, you can't have something like positive in the future and then say the Tower is going to be bad, right? Because it's like, well, obviously, things, you're going to be feeling pretty good here. You're going to be in a very dreamy position, could even be in love with the Page of Cups, because the Page of Cups could be an admirer, right? So I feel for a lot of you that you're actually feeling pretty good in the future. And I feel that you're feeling hopeful as well. The Page of Cups is kind of hopeful. He's looking at that fish, and that fish might not exist. We don't actually know. It might be part of his imagination. So that I always say that fish is something he needs to grab onto. It's something that he needs to manifest here on Earth. So it's part of his dream, his dream life, which you have here with the star. The star would definitely be kind of like part of your dream life or something that you're dreaming of creating. And the Page of Cups kind of just says, go for it. And, and then for your outcome, you have the Ace of Cups, which is your emotions overflowing, feeling really good. So, again, I'm not even worried about that tower other than, could there be global tower moments? Yeah, absolutely, there will be. I've said this a million times. Every time I've said this, something has happened like the next week that I say it. So, don't be surprised. But, what I would say here is that the Ace of Cups is your emotions overflowing, a lot of happiness coming in for you. Really wants you to focus on your own personal joy and happiness. There could also be love, clearly. This could be another water sign, could be any sign coming in for you at all. I just look at the Page of Cups as a general admirer. And so there could just be a person who admires you coming in for you. And I feel it'll be very passionate. You also have two aces in your reading here so far. So the two aces, kind of is a big yes to any question that I haven't answered. So I kind of feel you're getting like a big yes from the universe in this reading. Let's see. With the Fool and the Four of Wands, you have the Page of Cups. Again, there you go. So definitely could be a person that you're taking a leap of faith on here. And again, I do feel there's some sort of blockage, but I kind of feel this for everyone right now for whatever reason. I think the end of this year is really good for love, but at the same time, I feel there could be a couple of things getting in the way. It could be differences, basically. We have Neptune and Pisces. Neptune and Pisces is always a challenge to traditional beliefs, but, on a personal level in relationships, it can represent like being with someone long distance, getting together with a person where you have different beliefs, getting together with a person where you have different religious beliefs, and on and on and on, right? So it kind of says that, yeah, there might be a person who's different, but it might be the person for you. So, or there might be some sort of obstacle, but I would go for it. With the Star, you have the Nine of Cups. Bathe in the story that you want to tell, right? Don't bathe in the global tower moments. And I'm not saying, someone always comes at me whenever I say this. It's like, I'm not saying there aren't horrible things going on in the world, but just, yelling, screaming, and crying about it isn't doing anything. So, I will never support that. Like, trust me, I get tons of people in my comments that are like, how dare you not worry about every little freaking thing that's going on in the world? I'm like, well, I'm not like you, just crying and screaming on social media. I actually do stuff to improve the world. So, again, I will always 1,000,000,000% support people who are doing something like positive. Like I always say, like there are tons of people I disagree with their beliefs, but they're actually like doing something that they believe. I will always have 1,000,000 times more respect for those people than I will for people to just cry and scream about it, right? So, like I said, I don't think we have to necessarily all agree on the things that we're working on, but as long as we're being that example and doing the thing with the Star, then you're being rewarded. And like I said, I will always defend that to the death, right? And defend people's rights to do that too. So again, focus on fulfillment, focus on your own personal fulfillment, joy, and actually live it with the Nine of Cups. With the Ace of Wands, you have the Page of Pentacles here. I feel it. There's definitely like a new person coming in here. Could be any sign, but could be an earth sign or a water sign. Take it how it resonates. That's what stands out so far. Like I said, really honestly, I think it could be any sign. I also look at this right here as learning something new. The Ace of Wands, again, is out with the old, in with the new. The Page of Pentacles is a card of studiousness. Obviously, if you're doing something new, you're going to have to learn about it. So I would encourage you to learn as much as you can. With the Ten of Wands, you have the Eight of Swords. Yes, love it. I really like this because you have the Eight of Swords here. And this tells me that you're letting go of things being hard. It's like sometimes, I don't know. I sometimes think that if your life is hard, then you think things have to be hard, right? And you don't know that you could make things easier. So I just find like after working with people for a very long time, I've worked with businesses for many years as a consultant as well. And, one thing I've always noticed is like there are some people that just make it easy and there are some people who just make it hard, right? And that's what she said, of course. But also, what I would say is choose to make things easy, right? Choose the easy way. I'm a super stubborn person. Like, I totally get it. I was one of those people that used to try to make things super complicated and hard. Every single time I make something simple, it goes 1,000 times better. And so, I kind of feel this is saying you're letting go of things, like thinking that things have to be a struggle. Maybe that's what it is. You're letting go of the struggle. And, maybe that's what I'm trying to say here. With the Two of Swords, here you go, Four of Wands. Again, if this is love, I feel like you don't see it. Maybe you're interested in a person and you're like, there's no way in hell this person is interested in me, or, whatever. Again, this could be a surprise, like a pleasant surprise too. With the Tower, it could be you getting together with a person where you're really surprised that they're interested in you, or that they would want to be with you, or whatever. So, I feel this could be a really solid connection, and it could definitely lead to marriage. I also feel that the Four of Wands, I'm going to show you on this one here. The Four of Wands is a card of completion. I look at it as a finish line card. Almost looks like a finish line here. When we're on this side of the card, we're kind of, trying to wrap something up. When we cross through the threshold here in the middle of the card, then we are celebrating the completion of something, but then we have to, keep going after that. So you could be celebrating the completion of like a project, a business, or you could be trying to complete something. And I feel this is saying like cross the finish line, like it's time. With the Tower, you cannot make this up. Look at this. You have the High Priestess. Weird, because again, it came out in Pisces reading. You have Pisces here. Some of you could be dealing with the Pisces, but I also feel this is definitely saying trust your intuition. On the Two of Swords and the Eight of Swords, both ladies have blindfolds on right here. So sometimes the blindfold to me represents trusting your intuition or needing to trust your intuition. So, I feel it's definitely with both of these cards, the Two of Swords and the Eight of Swords, I am the High Priestess, obviously. This to me would say, trust your intuition or tap into your intuition. The other interesting thing about the High Priestess is, again, we don't actually know, but there is a theory that her back is to the world. So she is drowning out the noise, right? She's shutting out the problems and the issues of the world. That doesn't mean she's totally ignoring them. It just means that she's doing what she can do, in her life. And so, I feel like you need to do that. I would also say that the High Priestess always tells me that there are no limits to what you can accomplish. Same thing with the Star. The Star, she's pouring water onto the land here, and the water that she's pouring onto the land is coming from the universal pool of universal consciousness. That water flowing out into the world basically says what's possible for one person is possible for you. So I feel like you need to believe that you can accomplish things that might seem impossible. With the Eight of Swords, you have the Knight of Wands here. I feel like you're looking for more consistency is kind of what I'm getting here. I'm not even getting like love. I'm not even getting that this is a person necessarily. It is showing up in the area of your closest relationships, but I'm more getting that this is, I'm more kind of getting that this is talking about you really just focusing on consistency with the people that come into your life, love or otherwise, doesn't really matter. So I kind of feel, that's all I feel there. I don't get anything else. With the Page of Cups, you have the Ace of Swords, 3 aces, definitely very good, definitely a new beginning. Again, multiple aces in a reading is definitely a new beginning. And this could be communication. So you could be communicating with a new person here. I feel like you see this as a personal victory. So there could definitely be like a big victory coming in because you're like getting together with a person or something like that. With the Ace of Cups, are you kidding? You have the Eight of Wands. Yes, there definitely needs to be communication here. I don't think you're talking to this person yet, or you don't know this person yet, like on a personal level. Maybe you've like seen this person. The Star is a card of attention, so it would tell me that this person has your attention. Like you're probably interested in this person. You probably know this person. Maybe you work with them, or they're like a new friend or something like that, right? And so if you want love, there you go. And if you want anything else in your life, the Eight of Wands is about your focus. Eight of Wands is kind of like telling the universe what you want, and then the universe is clearly going to be responding with inspirations. You have the Star and the Ace of Wands. The problem with inspirations, as I literally did a video on this on my other channel like 2 years ago now, the problem with the inspirations is that they might not make sense. You might want to start a business, and then you feel inspired to, watch a movie. And the problem with that is that most people are like, no, what the hell does a movie have to do with me starting a business? Like, if that's what you feel inspired to do. But really, maybe the movie kind of leads you in another direction, makes you think of something that would help your business or that would get you started. So, again, we really have to make sure that we're following our inspirations with that Eight of Wands energy. So there you go. I'm going to pull 5 main themes. We're using the Oracle of the Radiant Sun to do that. And let's see here. This deck is a little squirrely, so it's kind of slippery. You have this Restlessness card. I would put your restlessness into something. If you're feeling restless about something, channel that energy or do something about it. Again, if you're feeling restless about talking to a person, I would just talk to them so that you can stop feeling restless, is what I would say with that Restlessness card. You have this lust card. Sorry, I have the hiccups now, but I feel like that you could be wondering if something is love or lust, or if something is just going to be lusty. I'm wondering, like, I kind of feel like you maybe are looking at someone as like a bad boy or bad girl type, right? With the Knight of Wands. Like, in a lot of ways, I kind of feel like they are, like, I feel like this person kind of is like a gangster, and maybe they have that, maybe they have a little bit of a roughness to them or whatever, right? But at the same time, I feel like this person is a good person. It's not like, it's almost like you're finding a real one here, I also don't think they're a player. The weird part about this is that it's popping into my head with that card that you're like, is this person who they say they are? Look at this. Excuse me. You have this acquisition card, which is like my fancy couple card. So yes, I definitely feel this person is who they say they are, or it's like they're more than who they appear to be. So there you go. Could be a Taurus as well. This is Taurus, but take it how it resonates. Could be any sign. I also feel like a lot of you could be acquiring like new ideas. Again, this whole entire reading is really saying you need to push it as far as your dream is concerned. You have this friendship card. Maybe you start as friends with a person. I'm telling you right now, it's getting friends. I literally said that. That maybe this person's like in your energy. You don't really know them yet, but it's like I was kind of getting friends. Maybe you start as friends, and then it kind of goes from there. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And finally, you have this manipulation card. This is actually a good card, not a bad card. It's a card of manipulating the energy. It's like an as above, so below card. You have the 9 of Cups. You have the Star. I mean, these are all cards of manifesting as far as I'm concerned. Also the eight of Wands and also the Ace of Wands. Focusing on your inspirations. I feel you'll manifest things very, very quickly here. So this is a really good reading here, Cancer. I wouldn't even worry about that Tower. Could you be making a change? Yes, but this looks like a reading where you're kind of like getting something you wish for. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your month.